Good morning, world, from Camigan Island, southern Philippines. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I got some great advisors now. I got a Santa Claus in Singapore. I got an angel in Germany. Both of them are giving me great advice on making my channel better and getting my point across about my mission. They both suggested that I do something a little more mixed up than just doing kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So this was my life before the kaboom. I would get up at 5 in the morning and I'd walk my beach. This is my little beach park that I made. My house is right through the trees there, right on the beach. I love it here. Been here 10 years. This tree here was just a little stunted dwarf like over here. The weeds grow into it. I'm going to walk you down the beach. This beach has been neglected now for months. All I've been doing is downtown Mambahaw. You can see the plastics, but that pretty much happens every day. And if you come down here daily, and I used to just walk to the end and then come back and do a beach sweep, it's not too bad. This is the first one I've done in months. I just haven't had the time. First priority is stopping the major trash that's coming from Mambahaw down into the ocean. This here partly is probably from Camigan, but a lot of it's from, well, our own neighbors here sometimes too. They just don't take their trash home. This is another picnic area. That was my private one there. You can see my house through the distance there. I put some bags in here and signs, and nobody hardly noticed. They still threw it on the ground. So anyway, I'm going to take you down to the end here. End river here is where I installed my very first bottle boom back in May. I found them on the internet. Elastec is who I fashioned it after. It was a fabric boom. They make theirs out of marine vinyl. I found some ripstop nylon here. See, look at all this trash here. It happens anytime after a big storm surge. I'll get some of it on the way back here. You'll see what I do. Anyway, I was surprised on how much bottles and trash that it stopped down here. And this beach here was considerably cleaner. And it lasted like 3.5, 4 months before it finally gave up to ultraviolet rays and the ocean currents in and out at the mouth of the river. So, but I did a cleanup of my yard yesterday afternoon, and I did a separate video on that. I did one of my Sunday morning. I actually worked Sunday mornings for half a day. We've got the Kaboom factory. As you can see, there's a lot of plastic bottles here. And I'm probably pretty much going to fill my bag up. This is like 300 meters of paradise here, this beach. And I live right in the middle. There's people that live on either end. There isn't anybody around me for 300 meters, and I'm nearly 300 meters from the highway, so it's about as peaceful as it gets. Very quiet at night. All I hear is the ocean waves, coconuts dropping. This is the end down here where I installed the first bottle boom. We got some new people that moved in here and built a little place to live right on the water. Barangay captain's a little worried for him because we get some pretty serious storms. You saw my mess there. They'll have a storm surge come in and pretty much sweep them out to sea if they're not careful. They got it a little bit too close. So I'll have a little picking to do here on the way back. I'll get what I can. I used to fill like half a bag up just about every day come down here. Not everywhere has the Kaboom, but we get shoes and all the little stuff, the sachets and stuff. You could spend a lifetime here. There's some glass bottles and this and that, so they're probably still asleep. No, it looks like they're starting to take it down. Maybe they are going to move here. So anyhow, I'll show you where I had my first bottle boom that started this all. Lots of plastic here. Check it out. This is pretty much the whole Philippines is like this. It's going to take me a decade to complete my mission alone. I need to get more help, be able to hire more people. Anyway, this is one of the major polluters in a storm. Upstream, it's just kind of like a dry creek bed. There's really not a lot there. So, but I used to have a Kaboom stretched from right here straight up into there. I had to swim to put that one in. And it held up really good for a good many months. And I collected a lot of trash out of it. And so I went to the Barangay Poblacion Mambahaw barangay captain, and I asked to put one downtown at the Parola Park. That's where King Kaboom is now. And when I put that one in and we saw what it collected, oh my. That's when things started rolling and I created a monster, and I'm sucked in and there's no going back now. So anyhow, I'm going to put this on, show you a little cleanup efforts here. I look a little funky down here on my bicycle helmet, but if you haven't noticed, I'm really not a professional YouTuber. I pretty much just got a cheap little Osmo DJ Action cam. It's even reconditioned, it's not even new. It seems to be doing pretty good, but anyway. I used to bring down rice sacks, but the government changed. They want cellophane now because they don't know what's in the sack. So today I'm just going to probably do pretty much a bottle run here. If I can get all the bottles up, that'll help, because these are the ones that float all the way out there and disintegrate. The little ones, yeah, it'd be nice to stop and pick everything up that I could, but I got other things to do. We're going to do a canal cleanup on Krusty Kaboom today. I don't even know if we're going to get all this. I didn't adjust the cam much. But yeah, you could spend like all day down here just picking up all these little pieces like this and that. A lot of it's buried in there. So I tried to get some of the neighbors to help yesterday. We're using my beach park, but not too many people here really get into helping clean. You can see this quite the mess down here. At one time, when it wasn't the stormy season, it was very clean, especially with the boom installed. Nothing was at the mouth of this river. It was further on down towards Edna's place. My neighbor Edna, the other side of the beach there, he pretty much takes care of her end, and then I took care of mine. Or I used to anyway. Lately, nobody's been taking care of this side. And it's getting pretty sad. I'm going to have to, it'd be nice to get some friends down here to help clean up my own beach. A nice little motorcycle guard of some kind, huh? Get some of the bigger stuff. Sadly, it's the little stuff that kills, but the bigger stuff turns into the litter stuff, into many little pieces of little stuff. I'm just going to get what I can real quick. I got to get down and help Jerry out on the Krusty Kaboom today. If I can get enough Kabooms installed, I'm not going to be seeing much of this anymore. Well, there'll still be some from the other islands. That's why I need to go do the other islands. Every once in a while there's a little, well, looks like some turpentine or something. Glass bottle that survives. Most of this stuff is just plastic waste. Stuff like this. And they got several programs out now where it's kind of like bulk foods in the grocery store, where you bring your own container in, and I think they even got a program in Australia where you can buy your shampoo and dish soap and everything else, and containers that you buy, and you just keep refilling them. Pretty good idea. There's stores here that eliminate these little sachets somehow, and my friend Glenn is working on one. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm anxious to see what he's doing with it. He's one of the more active people in the community here, and a staunch supporter of me. I can't thank him enough. But yeah, people lose their shoes, and some of them are like brand new. You could just find the other pair, the other matching piece. There's the neighbor's dogs. Now this is a lot of it here too. This is, you don't know what's in here. You can't leave it full, it gets heavy, so you gotta do the nasty and dump it out. Who knows, that could have been somebody peed in the bottle when they were at somewhere where they couldn't pee. The bag's already starting to get a little heavy here. I got a little trash out of front of my beach yesterday, I'll show you. But I'm just kind of making it look just a little bit better. I'll never be happy here no matter how much I get out of here. I'll just grab what I can. The plan is, one of these days, I need to get a small little crew together. I'm not too sure what the child labor laws are here. Ooh, this one's nasty here. Yuck. That is ugly stuff. I don't know what was in that bottle. Yeah, doesn't look like a fun job, does it, huh? No, it's not. In the beginning, it used to really bother me. Now, it don't bother me quite so much. Because I know what it's doing for the environment. So here's some hard plastics. These guys will end up out in the Great Pacific Ocean patch. They're the ones that will stay afloat for years. And Boyan's out there doing his best to round it up. He's got some work to get his system perfected. He kind of went through growing pains like I did with my bottle booms, the kabooms. Always finding ways to improve it, make it better. And I think this latest kaboom, Angel's kaboom for the airport, it's going to be the one. It's turning out really nice. Got some nice tires for it. Oh baby, she's going to be a beauty. I'm not too sure if you can even hear me up there. This is on my helmet. We're getting closer around the fishermen. Every little beach has got a little area where all the fishermen store their boats. I got 2 boats. That's why I've always had a beach house. I've had my first boat since 2008 here. I've rebuilt it several times. It's still pretty good. I'm gonna get it in the water. I have a neighbor boy whose father's a boat builder. He's going to strap some new outriggers on. I normally like to do that myself, but I just don't have time. And he said he would do it for a reasonable price, 1,000 pesos, which is like 20 bucks. I probably wouldn't have done it, but come the end of this month, thanks to my Patreon subscribers, I'm going to be getting enough money to pay for the employees, so I don't have to take it out of my pocket anymore. Some of these bags like this, I don't know what's in here. I just throw it up above the tide line. I don't have time to get it now, but throw it up there and hope somebody else sees it too. I'm just going to continue making my sweep and continue mumbling on. I don't even know if anybody's going to like this video. Some people just don't like seeing how bad mankind has become with his own home here. It has really gotten disgusting, you know. Like I said, I've been here 15 years. There's always been a small amount of plastics and stuff, you know. It's been that way. Oh, that's why I usually bring the rice sacks. I probably should have anyway. This is not going to work. I'm going to have to double bag this baby and go home. Next time I'll bring my rice sack, but it's heavier. I'm hoping to save some time, but I'll double bag this one and just go home. I got to meet Jerry down there at the Krusty Kaboom. So anyway, this gives you some type of idea of what my cleanup efforts were. And if you come down here every day, and it's especially in the summertime, it's not too much action going on in the summertime, tide-wise and storm-wise. It's really not that bad. You know, I come down, it takes 20 minutes, half hour's all. You can really make a difference. Right now, I already got a sack and a half of trash from yesterday, and a sack of bottles that I collected from, you'll see, his name is Franken Fish. It's a little fish sculpture I put together and hung under the tree. Kids love it. They throw the plastic bottles and stuff in it. So I think I better just get home here. I'm not going to be able to get this all this morning as much as I'd like. I think I'm going to come down here and spend a little more time on my own beach now that I got Jerry and Bobby working for me. And the plan is, I'll talk to the barangay captain, but there's a lot of children down here. They seem to be the only ones that really care about anything or show any interest in what I'm doing, you know? And they follow. They're like a little Pied Piper. I'll start picking up plastic, and some of them will follow behind me and pick up stuff and put it in my bag. It's kind of cute. So that's where the future is. The people here, the society here is pretty much in the garbage, so to say. They've been dropping their bottles and garbage here for so many years. They're just used to seeing it, and it doesn't even impact them. You know, they see all this bottles and stuff, and they don't even think about it. They think, oh, that's just normal, you know. No, it wasn't, you know. Even 25, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there's none of this here. You know, mankind created this disaster, and mankind better well fix it, or we're not going to be having very many fish to eat for dinner coming up. So, and I really like my fish, so if anybody else enjoys fish, then get out on the beach, bend over and start picking some of this stuff up. So I'm doing my best to find ways to stop it from getting there in the first place. Boyne's got his interceptor, which is badly needed in some of the bigger rivers. My extraction method would never float in the Pasig River up in Manila or something like that. We need his interceptors in the major polluters, although it's a little pricey, it seems. I don't know if we can get the price down a bit, make a few more for the same amount of money. Seems like for $1 million, maybe we could make 2 if we trimmed some of the fat off. But it is what it is. That's pretty much it. I'd like to get this done. Plus, I did, even though it was my day off yesterday, I did quite a bit of work. You'll see the video on my cleanup of my yard. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I moved here in 2006 at 51 years old. Young then. Most people thought I was in my 30s. And they did until up to about 10 years ago. And in the last 5 years, Father Time caught up with me. And I don't like it when we got people walking by. They think I'm just talking to myself. They don't realize I got my cam going. Good morning. This is the little fisherman area. And they bring their fair share the garbage. Most of this is just washed up from the ocean. You know, I got nearly a full sack with just a short sweep. The next barangay over, I guess we got a new Coast Guard commander, and he's cracked the whip. We did a nice beach cleanup. As long as we got garbage like this, at least we got a sack here. It's the first time I've seen a sack in a long time. But it's starting to catch on. They would never have done this before, but they feel guilty when they come by me and see me cleaning my beach up and picking the plastic stuff. It's kind of contagious from what I've seen. A lot of people that normally wouldn't even care, they're going, well, maybe he's doing something good. Let's help him out a little. And on the island here, since I started this 7 months ago, there's been other cleanups, people doing things, and neighborhood participation. It's like I woke everybody up a little bit here. It's a good thing. So, but we need a lot more people awake. Anyway, we're coming back to my beachfront here. Now, from here on down, my neighbor Edna takes care of that beach, and she's kind of like me lately. It gets to be the stormy season. You don't get quite so picky, because you could do a sweep on this beach, pick every little piece of cellophane, sachet, plastic bottle caps, and a good storm surge comes in, and kaboom, everything's right back where it was. It's true, Philippines is in the top of the list for being a polluter. So anyhow, I don't know how that video is going to look, but I'm heading back to my house. You'll see my house in my Sunday afternoon video, but this is my little piece of paradise here. And these are my taro plants, giant elephant ear plants. And you'll see more. And there's my house off in the distance. So anyway, good morning, Mambahala. That's my morning today. I'm off to help Jerry today on Krusty. Monday morning still, 29th November 2021. This is yesterday morning. What are you barking at, huh? Yesterday morning's catch. I got 2 sacks of trash. This one is mostly completely bottles. This is off my beach and from Frankenfish here. He needs a minor remodel. I'll get him back. This was my morning stroll this morning that I took you on. So that's pretty much what I did for a morning and an afternoon from yesterday. It's not much of a sunrise today. It didn't light it up too well, but I'll be getting my yard cleaned up here pretty quick. Joel's going to give me a hand. So anyway, that was my day for this morning, and I'm going to get down and help Jerry out here down at Krusty Kaboom. So I'll be back.